Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show. Tune in for a vibrant mix of fashion, finance, and life's essential foundations. Join us for expert interviews, insightful discussions, and empowering insights to elevate your lifestyle. From fashion trends to financial tips and personal growth strategies, we've got you covered. So grab your headphones and get ready to be inspired. Tune in now to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show and embark on this exciting journey with us.
Welcome back to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show. I am your host, M. Teresa Lawrence, and today we are here with Debra Ann Cruz. Debra, we're going to move on with our interview, and I want you to share with our audience the essence of your strategic wealth and prosperity blueprint and how it helps individuals transform their lives.
It's kind of my baby. It's my baby to help everyone who has a vision, who has a purpose. It's to help them flesh out what that is. It's 4 parts. It helps to heal the past. It helps to visualize the future. It helps to set your romantic standards, and it helps you to release negative energy.
Wow.
So putting that together, and this has been a whole evolution of my whole career. When I start, because I'm an introvert by nature. You may not see
No,
that way.
I don't see that, but okay.
And I've been behind the scenes. I love working one-on-one with clients, but the world, there was so much pain in the world, starting with COVID. Shined a light on everything, and I said, okay, I got to get out there. I got to tell my story, help other people in a broader way to reach more people. So I'm at that point now. We're meeting Marie.
Oh, we're speaking about the lovely and fabulous Marie Waite.
Marie Waite, yes, yes. Getting my word out in a particular way, because I'd been with other coaching programs, and I knew I had to bring this message out in a certain way. A lot of people misunderstood when I said that I'm a sex therapist in intimate relationships. They tried to make it sound something else. Pornography, and I said, that's not what I do. I help survivors.
What you described in the last section was beautiful.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so the strategic plan, and everybody we all want to live well. I believe once people go through that strategic wealth plan, and it lays out to them, it's a 5-year plan.
Wow.
And I'm addicted to ChatGPT, thanks God. But it helps to lay out a 5-year plan for them. And a lot of times people don't know that that's a vision or that's a dream. An example, I have a client who was going through a divorce. She has 2 twin girls, 2 years old. Her husband was very disagreeable. And she says, I don't know what I'm going to do. She said, we were supposed to open a business together. And I said, well, what was your vision? I was a volleyball champion when I was in college, and she said, I always had a dream of making an athletic wear for single mothers. And I said, that's a wonderful idea. I said, so let's put that plan in. And I did the strategic plan for her, and it came out so beautifully because she had traveled a lot, Bali, Thailand, and I put that in there as a prompt in there, and the way it described her athletic wear, so the colors of the coral of Thailand and the azure blues and all
I'm sure
that.
she loved it.
It was so wonderful, and she said, but I can't do that right now. I said, no, it's not for you to do right now. This is for you to know that you have your vision, you have your plan whenever you're ready. And I do the plan, I do a speech for them, I do a PowerPoint presentation, all on this vision. And I had another client who wanted.
But you coach them through it, because you can do all of that for somebody, and there are some people that aren't going to move.
Oh, yeah,
So,
yeah. One client who's a magician. He's a
that's
magician,
cool.
and we did his plan, and he's actually doing very well. One of the biggest things, he always had troubles with romance, and I told him, I said, yeah, I don't think your wife-to-be is here in the States. And all of a sudden, he was in Portugal, and he found the love of his life. Yeah, and she's coming over, and they're going to build a life together. Yeah, so it works.
Yeah, the coaching does work. And now I want to go back to where we started, where you said it's all about mindset. And your journey led you to that realization that it's all in you and your mindset. And I know that there are many people listening and that they're struggling with positive thinking and with mindset in their daily lives. Could you share some practical steps with them on how to build that habit?
The most practical step I can say is that when I was having those near-death experiences, every time I was in the hospital or recovering from a surgery, I just realized it's just me and God. It's nobody else. You know, all the people I worried about, trying to measure up or what I wasn't doing, they weren't there. It was just me, and I had to really hone in to hearing myself, hearing my voice, feeling my own vibration. And a lot of times we miss that. We're not taught that in this country. And to pay attention to your feelings. Our feelings and our emotions are your...
I don't think we're taught that anywhere.
Not at all.
And
not
I wish
at
it
all.
were taught in schools.
Right.
It would really help an entire generation
Yes, yes.
be successful.
That feelings and emotions are our internal GPS. They tell us something, they warn us, and they guide us. And as I've gotten older and gone through more experiences, I have to always revert back to that because I'm a heart attack survivor. If I'm around someone and the energy doesn't feel good, I feel like I'm having another heart attack again. And I have to immediately exit.
So it is really a true blessing.
It's really
It's
profound.
a GPS for you.
Yeah.
So with the practical steps on positive thinking, what are your beliefs on gratitude? Is that a part of it?
Gratitude, being thankful for where you are and envisioning what you want. You know, part of that strategic wealth and prosperity blueprint is my way of helping people ask the universe for what they want. I believe the universe knows what we want, but we don't know how to ask for it. That's another thing we're not. Putting that on paper, it gives it another venue. It sends out a different energy. Or just throw it up and let the universe, you know, see what happens, see where it's going to position you. I had no money. My parents weren't rich, but everything I have, it was like the universe gave it to me. I didn't know how I was going to pay for all those surgeries that I had, but somehow it just all happened. I had the best of medical care.
So what I hear you saying is vision.
Vision.
Is vision, vision, vision. And I never got it for years. I didn't get the vision for many years.
Yeah.
And then like you, it just snapped. It was like, wow.
Well, I call it the sweet spot of personal truth. I believe
Ooh,
we're all...
sweet spot of personal truth,
We're
people.
all born. I believe we're all born with that. To me, it's like a seed in our core, our solar plexus, they call it. In our core, in our heart center. A lot of life happens. And then that's all. It's covered up.
But a lot of people, life happens and they just stop.
They do stop, but they don't have to.
That's right.
Yeah, and when they do that and they come for my help, I'm sensitive to that. And I ask them, may I offer you another suggestion on how to look at that? And, you know, it gives them power that, you know, I'm not just bashing their thoughts. And it gives them motivation to change how they're looking at things, you know. And then I tell them some of my story. And they say, oh, well, you're still here. Yeah.
Given that, and we're talking about having impact on clients, you've had an extensive career. What's been the most profound piece of advice you've given that has had a lasting impact on your clients?
The most impactful is to understand that self-love is the only true universal love.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Even with couples, with individuals, once she learns how to love herself, he learns how to love himself. There's no burden on the relationship. And I have clients who have children, and the children, or younger clients who come to me when their parents have had them in between their arguments, and how damaged they are, and they weren't really given a chance. And then I have to unravel all of the negative thinking. But self-love, you know, I always wanted to know, what is that vision of true love? You look at the movies and, you know, you see someone across the field and, you know, he runs to her and they get married and live a lifelong, he dies and then she dies. That's, to me, like true love. And I wanted to know, what is that prescription? But it came out to be, no, it's self-love. It's self-love and loving yourself.
There are no movies about that.
It's about self-love?
Yeah, it's all about loving somebody else.
Right.
The fantasy of oh, he loves me.
He loves me, right? No, it's
boy sees girl.
It's self-love. It's self-love. Yeah, because we're all created in the image of God, you know, and that's the most profound love we can ever have.
And with children, how would you share those thoughts with children?
Well, I tell them that, you know, it wasn't fair for, you know, the way that they were brought up and what their parents put on them. But I also say our parents are only our vehicle that brought us here. A lot of people, even adults, want to hold on to the negativity that their parents did. And I said, well, you know, they didn't know. They did the best they could with what they had. I know my parents did. You know, I know my mom's hurts and pains, and my dad's too. But, you know, I couldn't lean on that. I had to lean on that higher power and get my guidance from a higher spirit. And that has really helped me every time.
No, that's powerful, because it's true. There are a lot of people that are blaming their parents for their lives, and at some point, it's your life. You're living your life.
Right.
Your parents aren't living your life.
Right.
It all goes back to that thought
Right.
you spoke about at the beginning. So that's really beautiful. I really wish that we could teach children in school how to have that process of self-love, because it would solve so many problems. And that's just beautiful.
That's one of my visions, to have a nonprofit eventually to pass out that message, because a lot of the people in the prison system are hurt children. They're hurt, they're
That's
damaged,
right. They
they're
are.
abused.
They are.
Yes.
They wouldn't be in there if they hadn't been.
Right.
So, and with that powerful thought, it's time for a commercial break. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a moment.
Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show, where we talk about food, fashion, finance, and foundations of life. We are live on KCAA Radio Broadcasting Network. KCAA is affiliated with CNBC, NBC News, and NBC Sports. We are sponsored by Sheltered Studios, Fire Connect, and Building Solid Foundation.